Du, 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 du. I can't do the Marvel intro properly. Hello
Why
there.
don't you just download the Marvel's opening logo sound and just use it?
Because I know I'll
You
copyright.
get copyright fucking.
That's
Will you
why
get
it's
copyright
like
claimed for just the intro music?
you get copyright claim for anything, man. I'm gonna somehow edit that and put that as an intro, and people will be put off.
We should just like go into singing, just be like, "It's raining men" or something.
Hallelujah, it's raining man. I wish I knew all the words to that song now.
Oh, I can't remember.
I just remember that was it
Amen.
Spice? No, Jerry, Ginger Spice, Jerry Halliwell. She sung that after she split from the Spice Girls. I'm pretty sure she did that. A cover of that.
Ah, fair.
Um. Anyway, hello, hello there. I'm Ash Mannix, and I'm joined here today by my beautiful co-host Kuxel.
You think so, but I'm actually just an AI.
And I am going to start a timer because I talk too much. The aim is to try and talk. We'll keep this to within an hour, so I'm starting that now. But yes, today we're going to talk about the rest of the episodes of She-Hulk. So, for context, we had talked about episodes 1 to 3 a few weeks ago. Well, it's a good few weeks ago.
We spent several hours talking about episodes 1 to 3 and rambling about other stuff in the meantime.
I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum.
But now this time we have finished the show.
Episodes 4 to 9 have aired. The show has finished, and we have shit to say. So let's start with episode 4. We'll go through like really quick overviews. So episode 4, is this not real magic? So that was the one with the magician. It had Wong in it as well, and Jen She-Hulk was on a dating spree, and eventually she got the hot guy, and it didn't
Was that
end
that
too
one?
well. That
Was that one? I thought that was later.
Yes, no, yeah, it was. Because that's when she bedded the hot guy.
She bedded a bunch of guys, didn't she? But
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
Actually, no, that wasn't that one.
She creates a profile on a dating app. So I'm looking on Wikipedia for episode 4. And she was doing dates on that one, and then she got the hot guy, and at the end of the episode, she beds the hot guy as She-Hulk, and then the next day, he wakes up, she wakes up the next day, she's making breakfast, she's in Gen
Was that
form.
the one where he just like was like, yeah,
he's like, who
later,
are you?
Maybe never or something.
Yeah, he was like, who are you? And she's like, oh, this is what I look like
normally.
And he's like, peace, I'm out. And I was just like,
damn. Oh, that man skipped out and went, yeah.
So, yes, how did you just like general thoughts on that one? Anything that stuck out to you?
Honestly, I don't remember that much of that episode, but it's also the furthest back out of the ones that we're talking about, so I don't know. I remember enjoying it. It was fun.
I looked at that and I find that hilarious because I was like, women have problems like that. I feel like the issue with women is not getting matches. It's she did get
matches.
It's getting shit matches,
and that's what was happening.
Or you get the good matches, right? You get matches with good guys, but it's like pump and dump. They'll sleep with you and then disappear because they get loads of matches, whereas most guys don't get any, or get very few. I'm not talking about myself, honestly. I'm one of the hot guys. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I did find that interesting. It felt like a guy and a woman. It's like they're portraying what the guy's dating life is like on these apps, but as a woman. So, but the whole next day thing, wakes up, she's not in her She-Hulk form, a bit like she's not wearing her makeup, and he's like, what's this? I saw the parallel there. And it was all right. Wong was in it. That was cool. There was some magic stuff, which was cool. There was a character.
I enjoyed the stuff with Wong and that girl where they were watching.
What
were they watching?
I don't know. Some movie. She was kind of annoying, but she annoyed me a bit. She was good, but then she got to a point where I was like, yeah, you're kind of annoying now.
I thought it was funny. It was quite funny watching them just like she was spoiling, I think, this TV show for him or something.
Yeah, he was watching a TV show. Was it The Sopranos or something like that? And she's like, "Oh, this happens in the end." Either that or The Godfather. I don't know. It's like it was movies.
I don't remember, to be fair.
Something.
They were watching something, and I thought that was fun. But that's
Yeah.
really the only thing I can remember apart from suing a dude for magic. He opened a portal, a bunch of like goblins came out, or like little hellspawn or something. I don't know. And she had to
Yeah.
save the day. It was an episodic episode, and that was the part where I realized, oh, this is a TV show ass TV show.
A sitcom.
You might say
Yes.
yes.
Well, that's what they say, the show producers, that they wanted to make a sitcom out of it.
And
So,
it does seem like they were making comedy out of situations.
yes.
So
So,
yes, I enjoyed that one. But yeah, it's very, very light, fluffy, ultimately kind of pointless.
well, if it, I mean, nothing big there. Shall we jump to episode 5? So, episode
I feel like
5.
I've just given the thesis statement for the entire series, but
Yeah, do you know,
yeah.
like, all what I want to do is just go over any highlights and lowlights, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to go into too much detail because most people watching this will hopefully have watched it. If not, I mean, watch it at some
Well,
point.
if you haven't watched it and you're listening to us talking about it, why? Like you honestly should watch it first and then come back and then be like, "Oh, okay, yes," or "No."
If you haven't got the time, there are other people that go through it like almost scene by scene, and they might be a bit better. But do you know what? I would watch the first episode, first to a couple, if you have. I mean, they're not long; they're like 20, 30 minutes, 25 minutes each or something.
While I am a person who likes to rewatch things, I'm not really intending to rewatch this series. If only because I do believe this is the one kind of show they could stretch for like 5, 6 seasons if they wanted to, and I would watch them. But I'm not really going
uh
to rewatch that kind of show. But
yeah, episode
this
5.
next
Well,
episode is one I would rewatch if I was in a happy mood and I wanted to see it again.
Mean Green and Straight Poured into These Jeans is the name of the episode. And this is the one where Titania, the nemesis of She-Hulk, uh,
I I would use that term loosely.
she's supposed to be in the comic books. How she is in the series is I don't know what she's
She's
just
like
like
an
a
80s fashion
it's like a
queen.
frenemy almost though. It's like a
Yeah.
frenemy, right? It's weird. I kind of like it. If you do not, so ignore the source content this is from, right? If you just look at it in isolation and ignore that it actually kind of relates to Marvel, and these are massive things to do because most people watching this would be fans of She-Hulk or Marvel. In isolation, it's kind of funny, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? It is car crash, popcorny type of put your brain to the side and just watch type of stuff. But general premise is Titania has trademarked the name She-Hulk for a beauty line of products because she is a social influencer, of course, and a businesswoman. And so She-Hulk has to fight against her in court to be able to use the name She-Hulk because Titania is suing her. And I think that is the general premise. So
This is a very American thing, but yes.
it's also hilarious that because everyone's like, why didn't you trademark? And she's like,
It's my name.
it's
What the fuck was that? But yes, it's her name. Oh dear. I have to hold the conversation. Well,
sorry,
yes,
just
she has to hold she has to say that it's her name, and because it's her name, she didn't think about it being something she should trademark or
But she did.
protect
She you
necessarily.
know. So the thing is, right? This is the thing. She kind of reaped what she sows here. She did not like the name. She's like, I don't like She-Hulk. Why am I called She-Hulk? I didn't choose that name.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
she distanced herself from ownership from that name because she's like, it's not my name. I don't like it. And so that's how she got into this thing because she's like, if she owned it and she's like, oh, that's what people call me. She, being a lawyer, she probably would have thought to have
So
trademarked it.
this episode was the one which introduced the legal bros. And well, not introduced, but we properly got to know the legal bros. We had we've seen her paralegal friend who's just like her friend, the one friend she seems to have that's with
Yes.
her.
And there's
But now
the guy
there's a
dude,
guy.
Pug.
He's a lawyer.
His
I don't know what his
nickname
name is.
his nickname is one sec.
You need to throw that phone away or whatever it is. Uh, Pug, is that his name
Yeah,
or
that's his
nickname?
nickname, which is
I never got his name. I just know him as the lawyer dude, and he fucking cracked me up because there's a side story in this episode where he wants to buy trainers or sneakers for our American friends. two pairs, obviously, because one to wear and one to keep for later as a collector's item. And he had to get he wanted to get the assistance of the paralegal friend, Jennifer's friend, because he wanted to get another pair, so that he could get both pairs. It's limited to one per person.
And this is the episode where they meet
The
the
drip
suit,
broker.
the drip
It
broker is a
was
different person. It's the
Yeah,
guy
I
that
got
makes.
confused about this. I did get confused about this, but this the legal guy, he said, "Hey, we need to meet with the drip broker." And this was the part where I absolutely fell in love with this show because I was like, okay, these guys may be lawyers in a massive office, but they're also wacky, crazy dudes, and I can totally understand slash relate slash appreciate this. I love it when they do stuff like this, where they just show that, hey, people are just people and they'll be crazy and they like doing
Yeah,
dumb things.
I got a bit cheesy near the end when they meet. So they meet they have to find the guy that makes suits for superheroes. Like one person in the whole world.
Yes. One
Um,
guy who specializes in superhero fashion slash suit making.
suits. And aside, like they're scientifically and like they're well designed, fashionably and scientific, like for like use as well. Super anti-hazard resistant
You
and
will
all that shit.
always have the one high-end area, and that's that guy.
So that guy I think was trying to emulate. Do you know the suit maker in Incredibles?
Oh yes, the short lady.
That woman is modeled after a person as well. Apparently, I do not know that person, but she was like modeled after that person who might have been a
Hmm.
famous fashion designer. And I think they were definitely trying to do that, but with a twist, a bit of a
Mm.
twist. And yeah, so highlights and lowlights. You've kind of given a highlight with the being
That's a
introduced to
big
the
highlight
bros.
for me. Yeah.
Any lowlights from the episode?
From this episode, uh, mm, I don't know. I don't think this one was all that bad. I really enjoyed it. I don't think of any. I can't think of any bad moments from it.
So I enjoyed when they met the guy that makes the dresses. I don't know what his name is, which is kind of annoying.
He's the guy who actually makes the suits. He's not the drip broker,
No,
which you clarified for me. I thought he was, but he's not. He's the guy who makes
he's
cutting high-end fashion for superheroes.
he is no mere drip broker. He is the guy. So yeah, he was hilarious,
He's the
and
man, and he knows it.
so I enjoyed that whole suit thing. I did enjoy kind of seeing a bit of Pug because this was the first time that guy had personality outside of just being a character and an NPC in the show.
Just a random guy in the office, yeah.
Um, but they were super. Him and Nikki, so the friend of Jen
Is that her
Walters.
name, Nikki?
Yeah. Now I'm just looking at the script. Yeah, Nikki.
Right.
They were a bit cringe, a bit too cringe at points, but I kind of went, go for it.
Mate, I don't know what you consider to be cringe. I have seen people like this in real life, and they are
I
also in like
I don't.
high flying areas. I'm like, whatever. This is what I've seen, and I'm like, yeah, I
I
like
have
this.
not. I feel like this is a more city or LA, maybe LA London thing. Definitely
Maybe.
LA thing, or New York thing, wherever it's based. But like, yeah, I did enjoy it. It was a good laugh. That was a bit cringe, so that was maybe a bit my low light, but not bad. I enjoyed it. So
Personally, for me, it was a highlight. I enjoy seeing
cringe.
s- people who are supposedly professional not acting professionally and just letting their hair down and being normal people
I
because at
feel
the end of the
like
day, everyone is a normal person.
I enjoyed Pug being like that because it's the first time we see him let his hair down and be himself or
He's
be
also
weird.
one of the only dude characters in the show.
Who isn't. And this is the thing, he's the only one that's not like kind of everyone else is shown in a very bad light, besides Daredevil.
Yeah.
But even Daredevil gets some
Oh, oh,
weird
oh, oh,
stuff.
spoilers. Spoilers.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
know,
oh.
fuck, right. We'll talk about that later. But yes,
Yeah.
Nikki, we get too much of Nick. We get a lot of Nikki, and we know what she's like by this point. So it's Pug that really, for me, steals the show a
Mm.
bit. But anyway, episode 6, Just Jen, right? So this was the one where she goes to their old friend's wedding. She's not her friend. It's someone
This
that
was
she knows.
also another episode which I really enjoyed.
So this was all right. It was
Just saying, as someone who has had to attend quite a few weddings recently, I sort of saw the exasperation and appreciated it. I'm like, yeah,
so yeah,
weddings, they be happening.
I can understand some of the exasperation, especially if she was going there and she didn't have a partner to go with. Everyone else seemed
Didn't have a
to.
partner to go with, didn't really want to go, doesn't know
No,
the
she
person
didn't.
very well.
Yeah, and she's like, she didn't want to go. I don't know why she was invited as one of the bridesmaids because she doesn't even know the
Yeah.
person that well. She said she's a friend, and apparently she only, and this is what she said in the show, she only wanted to go because she wanted to try out one of the new dresses that the superhero suit maker made for her. Just a dress, but it's a dress designed for her, and she wanted to wear that. And I'm like, really? You're going to put yourself through all of that just to go to this thing? And it was like this weird, oh, like we've gone back. It was a bit 1950s esque how everyone was a bit like, oh yeah, we've all got partners and our husbands and oh, how are you, Jen? And do you know what? She came in there and I was like, you are a successful lawyer. You have these superpowers and you have friends. I'm like, or a friend at least. And I'm like, you're doing quite well for yourself, right? And the only thing is
The
that,
thing is, you are looking at the superficial aspects. You're looking at the high-flying lawyer, whereas I look at her and I see the cringy nerd underneath.
she's not a cringy nerd though. She's not. We, I'm like,
The
so
awkward, the awkward person
she's
underneath.
not even, so the thing that she has,
She's a
we'll,
straight
we'll,
man
we'll go,
in a
we'll,
wacky world right now.
yeah, we'll go into, I suppose, in more detail
Later.
when we're talking about the last episode. But
Yes.
yeah, it was a little bit. There was a fight between her and Titania was there because apparently
Okay, I want to. Yeah, first of all, Titania was there. Titania, whatever. She was
Titania or
there.
whatever.
She was there because she was invited because her whoever she was with at the time was a
It was a bullshit
friend
excuse.
of the
She
group.
she
I
she'd
don't remember.
found
Yeah,
her way in there. Just
she found a way in there
yeah,
just to have a fight, and I fucking enjoyed that. As soon as the fight kicked off, and it was a physical fight. I think it was the DJ. It's just like fight or something like
that was super stupid, and I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. It was like really stupid, and it was, but I was like loving it. She meets a guy who he's like, I'm really awkward, but I'm coming up to you and talking to you in a really confident way. He looked really
She
cool.
meets she meets a dude who's apparently quite nice and friendly and maybe a bit of what she's looking for.
And he likes her for her apparently rather than
He
She-Hulk.
likes her for her and she slowly comes to appreciate him. And when I say slowly, I mean over the course of maybe a half hour of sitting on a seat while watching other people at a wedding.
And watching her just get pissed and
Yep.
dance really badly. Definitely a keeper if someone looks at you in that light and still really likes you. But
Right. Now, that is the start of what seems to be the running plot to the end of the show. So,
one
but it's
a
yeah.
couple of things I want to point out that I thought was annoying and didn't kind of make sense is the bridesmaids, other ones were like, can you iron our husband's shirts because they ruined them because they were all playing Switch.
They were all playing Mario
and
Kart.
and
I
and,
found that funny as well.
and well, I was just like, wait, what, how have they creased it by playing a games console? And B,
So
why?
here's the thing. For me, the unrealistic part of that is all the dudes playing Mario Kart at the wedding.
Mate, the whole
What?
thing just was,
No.
yeah.
For us, like, us guys, we would just go to someone's house and play Super Smash Brothers or something, or
If it's the only
Tekken.
time you've met, well, anyway, yeah, that wasn't what annoyed me. I was like, why is she accepting this? She tells people she is quite a strong-willed person, right? And she's just like, all right, I'm gonna iron these. I don't even like you. That annoyed me.
She
It
was
annoyed,
she was such a butt monkey for that
yeah,
bride.
that for that episode, she was a total
Yeah.
butt monkey. And then the bride didn't like her, and the bride was like, please don't show me up. Please don't go be She-Hulk because it's my wedding. And I get that you want to be the center of attention. The other
Yes.
thing that annoyed me is at the end of the episode where she inevitably wins against Titania or Titania. The bride just walks in, kind of a bit pissed, and she's like, "I love you," and I'm like, "Where did this come from?"
She's
It,
pissed. She's pissed
no,
out of her
but
mind.
even then, she's like, it felt like she was admitting and I was like, "But this is not satisfying. It's just weird that she's kind of done a 180." It in real life, this would kind of make sense if she was just pissed, but I was like, "What does this? This is just weird." It's like we didn't
All
need
right,
this.
so all right, I'm just gonna sum up my thoughts basically because I want to move on to
The next
the
one.
real. No, absolutely not. We have not even touched on what I
Oh
want to
shit.
cover.
Okay.
Right now, this episode was fairly good. I liked the whole wedding atmosphere. I liked the events that transpired at the wedding. I didn't like the bride, but then again,
You're
been
not
to
meant to. I think.
no, exactly, exactly. At the end of the day, I thought that it was a fun event, and I've seen shit like this kick off in real life as well. Now, the actual fucking hilarious side plot of the story really hit home for me on several levels. While this is happening, they are still at work because for some reason this wedding was on a Thursday or something. So work was still happening at the office, and at the
Mhm.
office, the other lawyer, the lady lawyer who actually defended Jen in the previous episode, and we didn't mention her for some reason, she's like super
Super
competent,
on it, super competent. Yeah.
yeah, super competent, very good at her job, so on and so forth, but quite uptight. She's got a divorce case, and me, as a dude who's worked in quite a bit of divorce cases, I was like in my chair, I'm like, yes, this is what I want to see. And first of all, the dude, the client, is a guy called Mr. Immortal. And at first, I thought that it was just some sort of shtick because
Yeah.
his thing was that he marries someone,
And then pretends that he's dead to.
takes money from them, and then fakes his death to move on. But then it turns out he's actually immortal. He can't die. He's apparently from the comics and is a person who can't die. But he demonstrates this by jumping out the tower block offices onto a car like several stories down, wrecking the car. They're just getting up and walking off. And we're like, oh, he's actually immortal. And that was the moment when I was like, yes, the Marvel Universe is embracing stupidity, absurdity, and absolute nonsense. I'm all for this. I love it when they have random people with superpowers and just, shit like that everywhere. I'm like, good, make this a nonsense universe. I'm happy with this.
I did enjoy that bit, but I don't feel as strongly as about the
No, I
introducing.
feel very strongly about this because the Marvel Universe was introduced to us as a normal place,
Yes.
a world which reflects our own.
Yes.
And then we had Iron Man, who's a fairly grounded hero. He's a man in a suit of armor. Then we had Captain America, which is a dude juiced on drugs. We've got the Hulk, who's a dude juiced on a different kind of radiation/drugs. We've got I'm trying to think. We got Thor, who is an alien. So we've already lost the plot there. But the point is, these things were rare. They weren't commonplace. They were extraordinary. Now we've reached the point where seemingly anyone can just have powers, and I'm very happy with this. Like, you could just bump into a person on the street and he's got some random superpower.
I wouldn't say it's like that. I'd say that
not yet. It's not at that point
but
yet.
I'm saying that
there.
in this show they attract them because they are the superhero lawyer team, right?
Yes.
So there might be like five in every million in America, but they're going to come to them because they are the superhero lawyer team.
No, first of all, the implications of that are that there are enough potential clients around for there to make money. A big firm like that will want to make sure its bottom line is really high.
Well, all you have to have is someone like Batman. I mean, they don't, but if they did, right? I mean, they wouldn't because it's Marvel. But like, you have to have one rich person, and then you're set.
The point being, no, there's quite a few other people who show up from time to time. From here on, like at least several episodes in, we see quite a few people who've got superpowers and or super suits, which give them abilities. Or they use those abilities. You know what I mean? But the point is, we're getting more random C-list, D-list, and no-list superpowered dudes.
Yes.
And I'm happy for it because I like the idea that we just have random people with powers and abilities and all that in the background. For me, it's very much the inverse of what happened in Dragon Ball. Now, this is where a lot of people would be like, fuck him, he's a Dragon Ball fan. I'm like, whatever, I like Dragon Ball. So that series started with like a wacky, fun, crazy world where you have animal people, superpowered martial artists, and all that sort of stuff. And over time, it just gradually warped into a fucking normal place with maybe a bit of advanced tech. But that's it. Like, humans are humans and they're just like us. And then you have the characters who are removed from them and have their own abilities and so on. I much prefer it when they're less removed or the distinction is blurred.
Fair enough. I don't want to rush you too much. I just want to get to the end of this episode.
All right, so the last thing I want to say is that this guy, Mr. Immortal, his case is that he's got a long list of wives and one husband who he really did bad. He fucked them over by getting involved with them and then pretending to die or actually dying and regenerating. I'm not entirely certain how his powers work. And then moving on to the next
Well,
person. And
yes.
so they had to deal with this by doing a settlement. And as a person who's negotiated a few settlements himself, it was relatable. I've seen this sort of shit. So yeah, that was fun.
So they also introduced a website which is basically Reddit and another name called Intelligentsia, with people.
Oh, was that the one that also got that?
Yeah, and there was a person known as the Hulk King who's leading an anti-She-Hulk Reddit or Intelligentsia room,
Oh, I
and
will consider this a low light, actually.
yeah,
Yes.
and this is the start of an overarching plot line, and for the next few episodes that they kind of tap into. And there was a scene where someone had stolen. Oh, there was a plan to steal her blood. That was what
Yeah.
was established in that episode. Now,
Yes.
we jump now to the next episode because I realize I'm just looking at the time. Retreat. The Retreat, which is this is the episode where She-Hulk goes to see Abomination. He has a retreat where there's lots of cool stuff, and he's chilling with a bunch of other dudes that have issues and he's a mediator. He helps them to, like, I don't know, find themselves
The
and
Abomination, yes. He
yes,
has got his own,
he's a
like,
spiritual healer or something.
now. Yeah.
So this was one of my favorite episodes. There's the matador who's not a matador and the bull guy who were kind of
Man
cheesy but
Bull.
man bull. They were hilarious,
Yeah.
and then
More
them.
random dudes. As I was saying, just more dudes with powers and stuff. I don't know about the Matador. I think he seemed like a normal dude until
He
one
has
moment.
he has a power or something with a whip.
Yeah.
But like when they were all sitting there in this one room, all chatting about their issues, and then Jen was just sitting there because she had got stuck there. There was a contrived thing. They ruined her car and she couldn't get home. No phone reception, so she has to wait until someone come and pick her up in her car. So she's stuck there for a few days, and
That
so
was
she's
very contrived.
very contrived. But she's sitting there in the room watching them have a session with a spiritual session where they talk about their feelings, their issues, and kind of be
It's
open.
basically like a group therapy session.
Yeah, and it was great. The guys were hilarious, and
Hmm.
it was cheesy. I loved it. And then Jen eventually
Yeah,
gets
because
pulled
this
into it.
was this was the morning after the night before. No, actually, it was like the morning after the night before. Where that guy who she met at the wedding and had a good time
Oh,
with left without word,
oh, so
without
right, okay.
explanation, and without calling back.
So he slept with her.
A few times
They
they
went
had a few dates.
a few. No, they went for a few dates, and then he slept with her at one point, right at the
Yeah,
end, in the after the last date. Um, and
and
after
that was it.
that, he ghosted her. And so she's
Yeah, it
waiting
was
for a
like
message from him, and then she's in this area that has no phone reception, and she's like, "Oh my god, is he going to message me?" And the reason why she's in that room is because it's the only place that has reception.
mm.
Um, yes, I did
and
enjoy that.
the guys in the group therapy session helped to overcome the feelings she was at, the feelings of anger and just like neediness as well. That you don't have to worry about him. This sucks, but focus on you. You can't change how other people will behave around you. And
Yeah,
they managed to help her to come to a healthier mindset and back into her normal. What should be normal, which is just calm back, go back to being calm again. She was so angsty, so like checking her phone every 5 seconds, like, has he messaged me? Has he messaged me? No. And it was just ruining everything.
and they helped her come to terms with She-Hulk because she's like, She-Hulk is the girl that kind of like shows you up and everyone's looking at her, but that's not me. And no, when I come back to myself, no one cares about me. And there was that there's issues she had there, and I think they helped her come to terms a bit with that as well. And I liked Blonsky in this. I liked his advice. I liked how chill he is. I just enjoy it when he's in any scene on the series. Uh, Abomination,
Yes.
his actual name, his name in the show, like
His actual
his
name. You started by
his
saying Emil
sorry,
Blonsky.
yeah,
His super name.
no, sorry, I mean Abomination's actual
Yeah,
normal ID name is Blonsky or
Emil
something. Emil
Blonsky.
Blonsky. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. And at the end, he was just like, "Look, you can't control what people do, but um, I don't know." He said something nice to her, and then she went into the pickup truck that picked up her car, and then she drove home, and that was nice. But we
No, they
had
drove
this.
her home.
They
They
drove
drove
her
her
home,
home.
but she
Yes,
seemed kind of chill, and I liked that.
she was happy again.
So there was a stinger at the end of that episode, I believe, where
It was the dude. We
the
got a
dude,
flashback.
yeah. So the
Got
dude
a flashback to the
who
dude.
he was
He was
waiting
like,
to get a reply
yes.
from, it showed him waking up after they had some fun times, and he basically used his phone to scan all the information on her phone, and he had videoed the whole thing as well apparently, and I think he'd taken some of her blood and then disappeared. And apparently
Yes.
he basically worked for the Reddit. He was part of the Reddit group.
He was part of the intelligentsia group. Now, these are the two low points I have so far. One, this intelligentsia group. Now,
This is a direct thing because a lot of people, the people I've been watching on YouTube, have been talking about She-Hulk, and
they make these sorts of comments
well,
and
the people I watch don't make those comments, but there are some people that do. But it's
do
also
make those
a
comments.
bit of
But
a
this is,
caricature in some instances as
yeah,
well.
but this is, my problem is not that. My problem is it takes me out of the show because these arguments that they make are not the kind of arguments I would expect people to make if a person like this existed in reality.
No, these are comic book arguments.
Not even comic book arguments. These are arguments when it comes to people in a job or a role which is given to them by virtue of employment or selection. But this is not what happened to her. She was involved in an accident which got her these gifts. And
Yeah,
then these gifts are, they're physical. They're not anything to do with talent or something that you gain through hard work. It's just biology.
so the main premise that these people have is an issue, and I think just to give context to the viewers, is
Yeah.
that they say that she did not deserve her powers. She got it. Some people like nepotism or whatever, right? And she didn't deserve it. She should have earned it. But the actual fact is, the majority of the fucking superheroes get their powers through means that they do not intend. It's not that within their intention, right? It's unintentional.
Half of them are accidents. The other half
It's
are
like
born
forced
with it or
of like
something.
sometimes
Yeah.
are forced upon them, or they're born with it, and you're like, what are you?
Yeah.
So it's they did a lot of reshoots, I heard, in the show, and I think this might have been done later on in the show because it was in response to like what people were saying about the show, and clearly this couldn't have been the plan from the beginning because they didn't know the response to the show until they announced it. So I don't know. It is a thing, and it
Yeah,
is.
I can sort of see that, and I don't know. I'm in two minds about this. For
I
one,
don't find it fun. I did not enjoy any of it. I didn't even think it was funny in terms of like, or even smart. It's just there, and it just seems, yeah, it takes you out of the immersion. And
it takes me out of the immersion because I don't see people in universe acting like this. I can see them outside as a TV show audience
but
making
even
these comments,
uh,
but in the universe, not really
but the
congruent
comments
to what
don't
happens.
even make.
Also, it also goes against what I was just saying, which is that we're starting to see that the Marvel universe is a wacky fun place where we got random people with superpowers. Quite a lot. There's quite a lot of them just chilling in the background. Maybe they're mutants, I don't know, but there's a lot of people with random powers around here and there.
And a lot
I
of
mean,
people.
fucking Mr. Immortal's around. We got a superhero division office in the law office. We got that random guy, Man Bull, and
Yes. And all the guys in there had some sort of superpower.
going back to a different Marvel show, in Hawkeye, we saw that guy with the sword. He's apparently from the comics. He's just called Swordman or something like that.
I've not
right?
seen
Or
Hawkeye.
Sword Fighter. You've not seen Hawkeye? Oh, you
No.
need to watch that. That was actually all right. Um, fucking hell, where were these guys when Black Widow was around? What are they saying about Scarlet Witch?
It's
like, honestly, why
Yeah.
pick on She-Hulk so much?
No, but and the thing is, the people that have complaints about She-Hulk are not saying she doesn't I don't know. It's different arguments, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's there.
it doesn't fit within the universe, if you ask me.
Let's.
I have no problem with them otherwise. A group of people who are angry at the character for having powers makes sense. It's just that the exact arguments they're making don't make sense.
But also, why would you? So, let's carry on to episode 8 because these things. I want to get to episode 9. It's
Oh, and the other low light which I wanted to talk about, this dude and the taking of the blood, kind of
yeah,
typical, but
but
we'll leave that until the
but
end.
also they've said
Yeah,
that the blood doesn't. The blood only works if you're part of the family. But anyway, it just
that's
seems like why have a
yeah, yeah.
story on this when they've already
Well,
said that to us and we
well,
know.
there's a
Yeah,
setup
there.
coming, there's a payoff
Well,
coming, and we'll see what we
we'll
think
go
about
into
that when
it.
we get to it. Yes.
Episode 8, Ribbit and
Wait, is that
Rip
what
It.
was?
Yep.
Wait, what? Oh, yes, it's that one. Right, yes.
Okay, so this is the one where we get Daredevil.
The man himself.
But
Yes.
we have a superhero who's not a superhero, who's just got a super suit.
So this is another one of those random guys I was talking about. I'm
He's
so happy
rich.
he
He's
exists.
just rich, and so he's got the suit maker somehow to
No,
make
no,
him a
no.
suit.
No. His father is rich.
Sorry, well
He has no. There is a key distinction. Remember, Iron Man is a rich man who makes an armored suit. This guy has a daddy who loves him very much, but also gets into a lot of legal problems apparently.
because
So
he's an idiot.
because he's an idiot, I don't know. But anyway, but he's got a rich daddy, and so he's got a lot of money, and he's got that very, very entitled attitude, which you see amongst a lot of second generation rich people. No offense. No offense to any of you out there who are second generation rich people. Anyway, he does have that sort of selfishness, and so he's gotten this suit made for him, which is this sort of lame ass frog design where he can jump high and I don't know lick things, but
He's
he's decided to be a frogman. Or what was he called?
Leapfrog or something.
Leapfrog.
Right. So he wears a suit. It's a frog. It's a stupid suit. It has jet boosters in it. He tries to use it, and his legs catch fire. So he tries to sue the suit maker because he's
Yeah,
like, it shouldn't have caught fire. And so Jen has to fight for him as his lawyer against the suit maker, which puts her in two minds because he's making the suit for
because
her.
the suit maker is the same guy who makes suits for Jen.
Yes, and he's also making her dress for the gala, which she's attending as well for being female lawyer of the year. So she goes to court, and the suit maker comes, and he has his own lawyer, who happens to be Matt Murdock, or better known as Daredevil.
Daredevil, the man himself.
Now
But
he absolutely destroys her in court, because I feel like he actually shows proper, like the other woman,
he's competent. He's
he's
very competent
competent
at his job. Yeah.
and destroys her. And he's like, they ask, which is something she should have
Well,
asked him as well.
I will say, I do think Jen showed competence as this as well. However, she was highly let down by her client, who
She
withheld information from her. And I will tell you from
withheld
experience, this
information.
happens a lot.
She didn't ask him
Ask for, yeah.
the details of what did you put in there, because it's like, oh, it caught fire, and do you have the information? Let's look at the information of what it tells you, like, because you check the instructions. Like, she didn't check any of this, right? Which you would do, right? She didn't.
Like, did you use it as per the manufacturer's
But
recommended usage?
you'd have to
No.
read it.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you'd have to read it. You'd read the instructions to check against it before you would start. But anyway,
Yeah, but she lost,
he
basically.
got annihilated, and deservedly so. It was stupid. And then she tells him in court, "I wish you would go to jail." He's like, "I'm not
She
going to go
tried
to jail," and
to.
he's like, "I wish you would." And I was like, "You don't say that in court, because
Oh, fuck him,
he's your
honestly.
no." Because, but anyway, this is a but turns out
So,
he gets a
yeah.
bit pissed, and he kidnaps the suit maker because he's like, "I want you to make a suit for me," even though the suit maker's like, "I'm not making you a suit for you because you fucking tried to sue me." He kidnaps him. Daredevil then tries to save him, and then the guy Leapfrog phones She-Hulk and's like, "I'm being attacked. Help me! The guy's trying to hurt me." And she's like, "Oh shit, okay." She goes there and she finds out. Well, she meets Daredevil as Daredevil, and she fights Daredevil.
Though she has seen Matt Murdock, she didn't know that Matt Murdock
No.
was Daredevil, and she doesn't recognize Daredevil as Matt Murdock. Yeah,
She
so
finds
immediately it's just a dude in a suit, and his
Cap.
suit's a bit weird because it's yellow instead of
Yeah.
red.
Ugh. But
Not a fan of the color scheme, but I'm very happy to see him back. He's a very handsome, charming man, and I like him a lot.
so she captures him because she's She-Hulk,
Yeah.
uh, and she unmasks him. She's like, "Wait, you're the lawyer, dude." Um,
Are you actually blind? He's like, yes, but I can see because of my hearing.
so I'm just gonna zoom
Yeah.
through this, right, and then we'll talk about the kind of highlights. So she's like, "All right, oh wait, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Your client is actually kidnapped the suit maker, and we need to get him." She's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna do a 180, and fair enough. I mean, whatever." They go to the guy's lair, which is like a really obvious frog thing with lights everywhere and all this stuff, and they infiltrate it. They do have a little bit of to and fro there about how they're going to do it, but Daredevil decides, look, we're going to do this stealthy. He goes in, does a bit of stealth, and then Jen eventually goes, fuck this, and just like breaks through concrete and is like, we're going to do this my way. They beat up the bad guys and they save the suit maker. And the suit maker eventually agrees to make make the gala suit for Jen.
Yeah, because
Um,
he had withdrawn that after Jen defended the guy who was suing him.
yeah, he was pissed and he's like, okay, I'll
But
make it now.
after everyone learned their lesson and laughed and went home, he's like, okay, I'll make you a suit again.
I mean, he wasn't
But
happy about
yeah,
it, but he was like, okay. And
yeah.
Jen chats a bit more to Daredevil. Daredevil's like, I'm going to go home tomorrow. I'm going back.
They have an awkward nerd moment where they're like they both can't really sort of just say wanna bang.
It's not
No.
even wanna bang. She actually likes him, but she's just like wanna bang, and he's like,
Yeah.
all
But he's
right.
like, Maybe I'll take you to dinner next time.
Oh, he's being like not normal, right? But she was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
and
just
she's
come
like,
to my place, and he's like,
why not?
okay.
Why not skip dinner?
Why not skip everything? Let's just bang, and they do. Um,
Couple of rounds of furiously engaging sex later. Apparently,
Mate, I don't know
uh,
what you're talking about, but like there is some sort of sex scene insinuated, and the
that's what
next
I'm
day,
saying. It's
yeah,
insinuated that things get
which
very
is
heated.
for the best, right? And the next day he does. I don't know. This kind of annoyed me. They get him to do the walk of shame where he walks home in his full suit but with his boots off, holding them like high heels, and he walks home.
It didn't
Uh,
look like a walk of shame to me. He looked proud of himself,
he
especially in the ending
It was
credits.
the walk of shame. It wasn't. I mean, he was like chill, right? He was like
Yeah,
happy, but it was the walk of shame,
the
right?
shoes thing was weird.
It's
I
the
do
walk of
agree
shame.
with that.
The shoes thing makes it the walk of shame, right? I will fight on a hill to say that this was supposed to portray the walk of shame,
Mate,
right?
you can die on that hill. I'm not that interested in
Yeah.
this part of it.
Anyway, it was stupid, and I was just like,
The part I'm interested in is the characterization of Daredevil. And that is the fight scene that came in where he was stealthy, he was in a dimly lit corridor, and he was fighting goons. I will say, it didn't match the quality of fight scenes in the Daredevil series itself properly. There were a few too many jump cuts, whereas Daredevil had quite a lot of one takes. Unless there were a lot of jump cuts, I could also very easily tell that he's not making physical contact with the actors because I suppose the camera angles were not as best
favorable.
chosen as they could have been. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Okay, he's pulled his punch and it's not hit that guy, but that guy went flying because he's an actor who's been told to do so. Having said that, I did still enjoy that fight scene. It's nice to see Daredevil. He brings his own kind of action that you don't normally see, and it
Yeah,
was still good. Not
having
as good, but still good.
having not seen Daredevil, I did enjoy that as like I would like a bit more of this.
If you've not seen Daredevil, you need to go watch
So
Daredevil. At the very least, season one. It's
right,
so good.
but having not seen it, I was like, I enjoy a bit of this. This is cool. But like,
So
yeah,
that's Daredevil's shtick rather, where he does a lot of these sort of brutal beatdowns in corridors. It's kind of his thing.
because he has a superpower per se, but it's like it's perception. Everything else is down to his human ability, right? The thing that's
It's
superhuman is
got
his
like
perception.
he's got like super perception. He
Perception,
can
yeah.
sense
But
around
everything
him.
else is human, right? It's
Because his eyesight's gone, he's got better hearing, better feeling, better smell, better taste, all that sort of stuff. Like he uses all of that to his advantage.
right. And
And he's also trained by a blind ninja.
Oh, okay.
something like that. Yeah.
So let's jump to the end, right? Of
But I just want to make the point that I do think that they characterized Matt Murdock and Daredevil very well, and I'm so happy to see him again, and they did not do him a disservice. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've not watched Daredevil, so I can't say much. But he
The
was
only thing
definitely.
is I know a lot of people, quite a few people are saying, they ruined Daredevil because in the Daredevil TV series, it's quite a dark, moody show, which this is not.
Yeah, he's not really suited for this show, to be fair.
No, but they've taken the character from his
And
own
they've made
series
him
where
yellow.
he can be like, I don't understand the yellow. Maybe
The,
it's
the,
a
the,
reference
the,
to a comic.
this whole thing seems to be an alternate universe to a degree, right? Because there's a noticeable difference in some sort to suit the mood, because it is a far more lighthearted thing. But
It may
yeah.
be the case that it is. I don't know if it's been confirmed or
No,
not.
no,
But
no.
in any case,
This is just in my head. It's not. I'm not saying this is what they're trying to do, but like
you're not the only
feels,
person who's saying this,
it
though.
feels in my head. I don't think they're gonna go that way because they have
No, no,
to.
no, no. You are not the only person saying
But
this, though, and
I,
they may well go in this
I don't
direction.
know if
So
they will,
I think
because
it's a good point to make
to,
that point clear.
to integrate this with the Marvel universe for movies and such, it will make it a lot harder, I think. So anyway,
The part that will make it harder is that if they're going to go the route of making all of Daredevil the Netflix series canon, it means that they have to include shit like what was that fucking the Defenders and stuff like that, and they don't want to do that. I'm very happy to take the Punisher and even Jessica Jones, but the rest of it, like stuff like Luke Cage, people are like, fuck this. No. The
okay.
Defenders, fuck this. No. But Daredevil? Very yes. We will take Daredevil because he's sick. And we'll definitely take the Kingpin because he's sick.
Though
These guys are sick and we love them.
I'm
And
gonna think,
they have been brought into the MCU and they're still sick. And I
right.
like them.
So
I especially love that they've kept the actors. They could have easily changed them and moved them on. But no, we have Charlie Cox.
they're
And
not
he's
gonna
still
do
Daredevil.
that. I feel because the whole point of bringing him in is because he is a loved character and actor for that character. They needed that star power for the show.
Potentially, yes. But anyway, Daredevil's back. Hurrah.
So at the end, She-Hulk goes to the Female Lawyer of the Year award.
It's just like the gala, and one of the awards is for Female Lawyer of the Year,
which every female lawyer in the city gets, apparently, which is
yeah, including her highly competent and better than her lawyer friend.
She gets it, and then she's giving her speech when it comes to her, and then Intelligentsia hack into the overhead projection system, and they basically release her sex tape with the guy from the wedding that she met who was really nice and then ghosted her. She loses her shit, breaks a wall, finds one of the dudes, because I don't know why they decided to some of them were there filming because they're not worried about a She-Hulk going ape shit. She goes ape shit, almost kills a guy, but comes to her senses because apparently the superhero police were armed and ready just in case, because they're there.
The Department of Damage Control.
They were fucking there on the scene within minutes, which was impressive.
So basically, the Department of Damage Control have been around a lot. They were the dudes who arrested Spider-Man in No Way Home. They were around in Miss Marvel a lot as major antagonists, and they're here as well as
I get their existence. Police force. But they were there within minutes, right? It was almost like they were waiting for this to happen. And I wonder if someone actually called them before the event.
No, I come back. Do you know what? Considering the fact that Intelligentsia
were doing it, they might have called them before.
They might well have done that. Yeah, they might well have done that. But these guys, this is a universe where there's a lot of people with powers around. I can readily understand if they have maybe a kind of SWAT type team in each area, which is devoted to this sort of thing.
Yeah, but she broke a TV. She didn't do anything bad, in my opinion. Right?
She did a catastrophic, well, not catastrophic, but she did a lot of property damage. She was very aggressive. She scared a lot of people, disrupted an event, and then started assaulting a dude. I don't remember who it was.
Right? The TV breaking, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to run away from that and be like, okay. It was when she picked up the dude who's going to do something. I was like, okay. She broke the
She was
law and all
going
that.
full like Hulk rage, where she's not even talking coherently. It's just raw, and yeah,
But she was pissed. She went. She actually lost her temper and went
she
proper
was
She-Hulk.
rightly pissed, if you ask me. And I was
Uh,
glad to see this. It's the first time we've actually seen her go into a proper Hulk rage.
which is, which would make sense, and this is where she, the lesson was, I think, supposed to be learned that you can lose your temper and you have to control it. But this
What are
goes
you
into
talking
the
about? It's
well,
the
she never
next
accepts
episode.
it. Yeah, there's a next episode, but she
Yeah.
never accepted this at the beginning. It's like I can control myself.
Oh
Blah
yeah,
blah
she
blah.
never. And actually, that was coming back to that whole thing she had with Bruce in the first
Yes,
episode, where
and
she's
this
like,
is
"No, I
this is
can
her
control it."
comeuppance. This is her
Yeah,
because his point was not like he's like, yeah, you can control it, but there might be times she's like, no, I do this infinite whatever, and I was just
I do
like,
this way more than you.
and
Well,
I'm like, no, this
no,
guy,
no, you don't. And
no,
now you've had a moment,
but anyway,
a very public moment, which everyone
yeah,
saw
oh man, I
because that event
understand.
was that event was publicized.
Her dad was there, man, fucking in the
Oh,
room. It was fucking. You know what? I get it, right? I would have done the hell. I would have done the same without being a Hulk, right? Fucking. But like, anyway. So this takes us. So it cuts right where she gets cornered by
she
the.
gets arrested.
She gets
Yeah,
arrested, though they don't show her get arrested. They just show the Department of Damage Control around her,
they're at gunpoint. She's got her hands
and
up.
she's like, "Oh
She's
shit!"
arrested. We know.
Next episode, the last episode. Whose show is this?
Which
This
starts with an homage to the original Hulk TV series from, was it the 60s or the 70s? I don't know.
yeah, I liked that. I
That
did
was
like
so
that.
good. That was so
They
good.
should
I
have
was
done
watching that.
that earlier. I was like, why
It
are
was
they
in
doing this
4 by
now?
3 and I'm like, 4 by 3. Oh, yes. And there's like noise filter and it was cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
And there was no CGI. They just like well, actually there was CGI, but they sort of like pitted over it to make it look like she's shit.
No, there was
And it
a
was real
there.
bad.
No, there was a. I think they got a hired a bodybuilder to act as
Oh, did they
She-Hulk. Yeah,
to do like the
the
face paint and
She-Hulk.
all that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that bit where you see her raging is
Yeah.
actually a bodybuilder, just like the old '60s show.
That was the
Um,
idea, to make it look like that, and it
yeah.
was so good. And I'm like, this is great.
See if they'd actually kind of went this way and like made it an alternate universe, and it was like they had this.
You would watch a whole series like that, right?
Yeah, if they played around with it, obviously they don't just go look, oh, 60s style and then sit
I
on that.
mean, One
If
Division
not,
exists.
yeah, but One Division wasn't. Look, it's a '60s show for the whole series, right? But
No,
sitting.
there was 1 decade per episode or
Yeah,
something.
so
Yeah.
like they went with it. There's a thing, and it's like, and they went with that and did something with it. But yeah, it would have been. I was like, why didn't they do this? This would have been so much more interesting and like hilarious and yeah. But anyway, that was
I
cool.
think it was well suited as a gag. It was fun.
It was, and she was like, "You won't like me when I'm angry," which is hilarious.
Yeah,
'Cause
she said
that's
the thing.
yeah, and but apparently that was a dream sequence. She wakes up and she's in the same jail, exact same jail. It looks like that Abomination
Emil
was in.
Blonsky. Yeah.
Oh, the irony that she's now in there and he's not. But she's in there. She gets approached by her crew. So this is
Her lawyer friend
her
from the
lawyer
office.
friend Pug, who's the other
Lawyer friend.
dude, and the competent lawyer who I forget her name. What's her name?
I don't even know her name, but that's the one I was talking about when I was saying lawyer friend.
Oh no! All right, she has her paralegal friend as well.
Yeah.
But
Her
yeah,
friend, like her actual friend, yeah.
Nikki, and Pug, right? And
Nikki and Pug.
I'm looking at it. Ah, well, they don't have her name here. But they're all there, and then she's like, "Oh, are you gonna? We need to sue
Whoever did
Intelligentsia."
this,
And
yeah.
yeah, you're not gonna sue Reddit. What like it's and then the lawyer's like, the competent lawyer woman's like, "What are you
We need to
talking
sort
about?
this out.
You're in jail." We need to sort your problem out. You lost control and almost killed a man. And she's like, what? Well,
And you can't say he deserved it as a defense.
no. I mean, because it might not have been specifically him that did it wasn't him anyway. I don't think he was the organizer. And
That'd be funny. You know, you can't say that.
but yeah, like what ends up happening is she agrees. She gets out of jail very easily. They say, "Look,
So they have a plea
inhibitor."
bargain. Yeah, the inhibitor actually prevents her from transforming. It's the same inhibitor which Bruce was using in the very beginning of the series,
But
which
Bruce
was,
apparently couldn't said, "I can't make one for you," and I
well,
couldn't
this
make one.
is
He couldn't make one for himself either again because he had it in the beginning, and he's like, "I can't do it again. I don't know why."
it took me decades or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and apparently
But
they
now
have
they
one
have
for
one.
her within the spans of.
And if they have one for her, why don't they have one for Emil Blonsky so that he never becomes the Abomination again? You know, things
They
like
did.
that.
Did no, 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 no. They did. That's what he's using. That there's a whole
No,
episode.
he just had a fucking tag where
No, it's an
it
inhibitor
keeps an eye on us. Is it a proper inhibitor? Why didn't we ask about this earlier then?
because it went on the fritz. It detect.
No,
Oh no,
because
baby, it is a tag.
it's just a tag to show his location because they're like, if the tag's not working, then he's probably become Abomination and ripped it off.
So I'm going to give the writers credit. I think this was on purpose that this didn't make sense. Because
Yes, because of what comes up later.
right. So she has the tag. She's like, oh shit. She loses her job. Apparently, she loses her flat that she rents, right, or her apartment straight
Well, if she
away.
ain't got if she ain't got a fucking salary, she ain't got rent to pay.
She's living in the same flat that she was in when she had her normal, good job actually, as the district attorney's second in command.
No, she
Um,
goes back to live with the parents.
So, but she had that job, and then she was working for a high flying company that would have been paying her a good amount, right?
Yeah, and she rented a fucking house.
She
Is
still
what it looks
had
like.
no. She rented. It was just an apartment. She didn't own that whole building. It was just that
Okay
apartment.
then.
Um,
They
and
look fancy as fuck.
but she was earning big shit. So like she would have had. I don't know. She moved straight out right back home.
Straight out, I imagine she might not have had that much savings up. I don't
Well,
know how long she was working there, but maybe she
mate,
spent it all.
she was working at the district. Lawyers don't get paid peanuts at the district attorney's office.
Especially
Whatever.
not in America.
And she
Especially not in America. At that
yeah.
fucking office, she should have more money, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe she didn't want to spend all of it.
look, plot. It just has to happen, okay?
Look, I would advise that she doesn't fucking use her savings up on rent and then have fucking nothing. So she went back to her parents'
But
house.
she didn't move out to her parents' house when she lost her job the first time, and she was off out of a job for longer. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we need her to go back to when she was a kid and be in her room, back like to like revert back and be pushed back to like square one before she got a
She
job.
was back at square one, and
The
then she
hero's
thought,
journey,
what should
okay?
we do?
Contrived, but she was there, and then she's like,
She
right.
started like planning her revenge or something.
She's like, we need to find these people and then sue them. And they're like,
Yeah.
what are you going to get for that?
Oh, I'm actually just reminded of what my second low point, which I forgot to mention earlier, was, which is the way she treats the whole She-Hulk thing as a secondary person, almost like someone who's not her.
Which doesn't make sense because
Makes no sense. It's not a different personality. Like the
it's
Hulk
not like the
is a
Hulk who
different
has
personality.
that specific issue. She's
Yeah.
got the specific opposite thing where it's just
Where she
her.
doesn't actually, she may lose control, but it's not a personality thing. It's just a rage thing.
She doesn't,
Like,
first of all, she doesn't lose control all the time. She's usually
yeah,
in control. It's only when she gets really angry. It's like
but
and it's like a normal anger. It's like when you get angry, if you're a
yeah,
normal person, you'd lose your shit and hit something, but you can't break
yeah.
walls because you're not the Hulk. And so
Yeah, that's what I saw in that last episode where she was just raging and picking that dude up. But then, as soon as the dudes with guns turned up, she
she
put her
came
hands
to her
up.
senses like a person, like a human
Yeah,
who
whereas if it
is.
was the Hulk, right, he's gonna flip the fuck out and start killing everyone and then go
Yeah.
away. And specific and very, very pointedly, Bruce doesn't remember these incidents because a different personality takes over. That doesn't happen with She-Hulk.
No, and it's like this is her thing. This is the whole, one
Yeah.
of the main things about She-Hulk that makes her different from the Hulk. But they've still tried to give that duality
They've still tried to
problem,
push her in a
which
exactly.
is-
They've tried to push her into the Hulk a little bit, and
which
it doesn't
is
work in that when you
which is
actually look on what's happening.
It's unfair because the thing that makes her unique compared to the Hulk is that she can control it, and it's like,
Yeah.
look at me, I've got this like supposedly really hot, sexy body. It's like I'm green and I'm loving this. Usually I'm timid and just normal and standard, and I can be this amazing person who's super strong, and I'm loving this, and I can switch within it between willingly and like it's a different dynamic, and that's one of the core things to me, as someone who doesn't know She-Hulk that well, about her character that differentiates her from the Hulk. And they're like, nah, fuck that. We're going to give her the same issues as the Hulk without having the actual issues that the Hulk's well known for. So she's got her cake and she's still eating the kind of like sympathy pie, or
Having
whatever.
a different monster personality or something, which she just doesn't have.
So yeah, that sucked. But let's.
It's a minor issue, I think, but it is still an
I think
issue.
it's an important thing, but I've not thought about it too much because
Because it doesn't really play that much into the show in the end, really. I
she
mean,
just
she is
uses
talking
it.
about She-Hulk as like a different person, but everyone else is as well.
She uses
I
it as
don't
an
know why.
excuse for a lot of
Well, actually,
things.
actually, I can sort of see why a lot of people would, but there's more to the She-Hulk than just being a transformation. It's still her.
But she also
And
chooses to transform. She chooses to take
yeah,
the job that only hires her. When they say to her, "We want you as She-Hulk only," she chooses to still take the job. She's it's not being forced. Granted, she's taking full advantage of this
she's
form that she
reaping the
can.
benefit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, like feeling depressed about it and be like, "Oh, woe is me." So that
Do you
kind
know
of
what I'm reminded of? I'm reminded of Wu Fei from Gundam Wing.
okay.
Because he's the fucking idiot who, like, I swear there's a whole run of episodes where he goes around, kills a bunch of soldiers, and then is like, why am I so weak? It's like that sort of dichotomy right there, where you've just seen them demonstrate something that is completely counter to what they're saying.
Yeah, oh, it's been ages since I've watched that, so I don't remember it too much. But yeah,
I was having a good laugh about it the other day.
I think it's the writers just kind of try to take that advantage. I'm like, you can't have your cake and eat it, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But whatever, right? It is what it is. A lot of people would be quite annoyed about that. If they're
At the end
She-Hulk
of the
fans,
day,
but
at the end of the day, the whole point of the series was she needs to come to terms with the fact that she is now the She-Hulk. She is a green, tall, strong lady who's also a very smart, sophisticated lawyer type,
who can
apparently.
be a normal human as well.
Yeah.
Which is best of both worlds. Holy shit! If I could turn into a fucking Hulk, like in the way Jen does, not like super actual Hulk, but something in between where it's like you're bulked up and you're green and all that, and you have full control, but you're not like super like the size of the Hulk and fucking
It's not
crazy.
like, yeah, like how Bruce has now got this smart Hulk or Professor Hulk or whatever they call him, uh, where
Like,
it's an in between, where he's smaller than the actual full bodied Incredible Hulk, but he's not like just weedy old Bruce Banner either.
yeah,
He's become an in between.
if I could do that, I'd be like, yeah, fucking quids in. This is like
Yeah.
all advantage. Um, but anyway, let's. I've realized we've hit the hour, right, and we've
It's
not.
fine. We don't have that much more to talk about. We still have some important bits though, which is the main climax of this story and then the ultimate conclusion.
Right, I'm going to zoom through this to get to the climax, right? So she has she gets told she uses the
She's in a
inhibitor.
bedroom. She's in a
Oh,
bedroom like I'ma fuck those guys up.
yep. And then she goes, "Do you know what? The only person that actually had gave me some good advice throughout the series was Emil Blonsky, Abomination. He did say I can come over to his retreat at any point. She tried phoning him. He has no phone reception. She did try contacting Bruce, uh, the Hulk as well, and he was like in space or somewhere, not answering. So she went, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go." She goes to the retreat, and then she chills there for a bit, and then
Meanwhile, meanwhile, the legal bros are doing an investigation. One of them, the girl, the friend,
Nikki.
Nikki, she posts a bait video online of Jen, which she got from her mum. The idea being that this is unique footage of Jen, which no one else has.
Oh
Let's
my
let's
god,
let's
that
gain some cred.
I thought she was part of Intelligentsia for the first 5 seconds when I saw her. She was uploading that because I was like,
Why
okay.
is she doing that? No, she's doing it to get
And
in.
she explained like she's like, oh, they'll get me. And I was like, wait a minute, you're actually showing something really fucking embarrassing. I was like, I don't think this is worth it, girl. Right?
Well,
This is really
she what?
bad. Like, I know you're doing it just to help her, but you're
Yeah,
giving them some really good ammo. It's
it's
like,
fine. It's fine.
it's
She said, I'll
not.
ask for forgiveness." She said, but
It's
she did
just...
it. She got in. She got in is the important point. She got in,
Yes.
and she decides, "Oh fuck, this is a bunch of frat bro ass dudes. I need a frat bro ass dude.
No, no,
Pug, help me."
so Hulk King replies going, "Nice one, bro."
Yeah,
And
he
she's like,
invites her.
so he's like, "Yeah, you come to we're having a meetup somewhere, bro." And when he went bro, she's like, "Oh shit." They
Yeah,
assume that I'm a guy, and I was like,
yeah.
"Why don't you
These
just
guys
tell
are all
them?"
frat bro types,
But
even
she's
though
like,
my username is like XX hot ass or something. I don't know.
"Yeah,
But yeah, she gets the dude from the office.
pug."
Come help me. Yeah, and he's like, I don't want to go to this sort of thing. And she's like, just please,
He
it's to
was
help
literally
Jen.
like, "I don't wanna," and she's like, "Just do it."
Yeah. So he comes along and he's very, very uncomfortable about it. He doesn't want to wear, first of all, he doesn't want to wear what's it called? The
It's
iPod? AirPod.
AirPod. She gives him an AirPod, and he's
As
like,
a
"Won't this
fucking,
be suspicious?" And
he's like, no.
she's like, "No, apparently other people who are trolls will wear this." And I'm like, "What world do you live in? The fucking 2010s? I don't know what where the fuck. No one's gonna be wearing one earbud, right? That's
Okay, I
gonna look
take it
suspicious."
you haven't been to London for a
No,
while
no,
then, I
mate.
suppose.
That is not it's not an earbud. Those are those kind of Bluetooth things that come as one, and it's usually like taxi drivers and weird business people that wear them. People that are trolls going to meetups do not wear one earbud all the time like that. It's just no, and none of them were actually wearing one. So,
It's just his headphones, man. But anyway, the point is she
mate,
wanted him to
I
blend in.
want
He looks
you
like a dude. Look, he looks like a dude. He's blending in, all right?
right.
And
I mean,
my
he is a
favorite.
dude. He's not looks like he is a dude. Let's just
All right, fine.
clarify.
No, no, he looks like a dude. He's a guy, but he looks like a dude, that kind of guy.
I don't know. Okay,
All right, he looks like a frat bro. He looks like he might even go as
he
a
was.
surfer, maybe I don't know. But he goes in and he's very uncomfortable.
Isn't he
And then he
wearing
meets up with.
yeah, whatever.
He was given one very good piece of advice by Nikki, which was refer to all women as females. And this was the point where I lost my shit and I cracked up. It was so fucking funny to me. Because I've seen those types of people. I've seen people make videos like that. I've seen commenters like that. And I was dying laughing. I'm like, oh my God. And this is not the same as the intelligentsia guys who are acting as bad guys but have this motivation. This is just talking about how people talk. And that was the reason why I found it fucking funny. Anyway, so he gets in and he's like, oh, females, am I right? And the guy's like, yeah. And he goes, another guy says, I bet She-Hulk slept with the head honcho of the law firm to get in. And he's like, yeah. And it pisses me off. And then they're like, yeah.
Wait, well, let's just clarify that Nikki said to him, "Say yes," and I'm like, "Nikki, I know, but," and Pug's like, "Yeah," and I felt bad because he's like, he felt bad.
He felt bad about it. He didn't want to be there. He was very super uncomfortable, but he was doing a good job of fitting in.
He was doing a good job of also see the acting of him feeling uncomfortable. I was like, that felt so real.
This was the part where I was like, so this is the part where it was revealed that the Hulk King showed himself, and he's a nerdy dude who was apparently a friend in a past life of Pugs. And it seems
no,
like
mate. Did you not recognize who that guy was?
Who was he?
He was the tech bro. He was the one that called Jen out in one of the episodes just to tell her that he'd bought something for $1 million. He was also one of the guys that she swiped right with on a date, and he's like, "You're so amazing. I love She-Hulk." He was like super obsessed, and she's like, "Forget this guy." He's
Wait, was that guy?
Yeah, and he's also one of the big clients with the fucking company who she met.
I don't remember him at all.
He was everywhere. Oh, you missed this. That's why he was like,
I totally missed
that.
Oh,
Pug, it's you. And that's why you recognized him because...
Okay. At that point, I've completely misread the situation. But yeah, he was there, that guy. I didn't recognize him as that guy.
I felt sorry for Pug because he's like, oh, fuck. He knows me.
He fucking hugged him, yeah.
He said that he's sexy as well. And I was like, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, anyway, this is all taking place at a lodge. We then cut back to Jen, who's at Emil Blonsky's area. And she meets... Was it the Matador? I don't remember who the guy was who she met.
No, it was one of the guys that actually tried to...
it was one of the guys from the session.
No, yeah. But it was actually the guy that originally... He was one of the group of people that tried to, like, attack her on the street when she was getting out of her car.
I feel like I've got face blindness or something. I don't recognize these guys.
He was hard to notice.
One of the guys who was attacking, yeah.
He was hard to notice, but when she talks, she's like, "It's you," right? When she first sees him, when she goes to treat first time, it's established because she's like, "It's you. I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't recognize this guy as that guy.
He was the only guy wearing like just a white t-shirt. The other guys had something else on. He was like the guy with the ponytail and the white t-shirt. Man, I don't know. Like, yeah, it was that guy.
It was that guy. And then she's like, "Where's Blonsky?" And he's like, "Oh, he's got a meeting at the lodge. You might want to go there." So she went to the lodge, and it's the same place where all of this is happening.
Yeah, and he's been paid to just give a speech about
like
like the stuff he does.
Anti-woman speech.
No. It wasn't anti-woman. It was like you do. Don't listen to the rules. Just do what you want to do. Be a better, like, grow yourself, but in a kind of more thing. It wasn't.
But he showed up as the Abomination as well.
Yeah, because he's getting paid for it. But notice.
Yeah, but he's breaking the terms of his parole.
But notice he wasn't there because he was against She-Hulk, and it wasn't an anti-woman thing. It was part of his.
I think I did lump him into it a bit.
No,
because
it's part because when he's like if he's there, he's Abomination. You're like, oh shit, because I thought he might be part of Intelligentsia, but he wasn't. He was just hired by.
He wasn't. Yeah.
Because Jen eventually walks in there because she's like, all right, I'll go into the thing that to see Blonsky, and she's like, what the fuck, Nikki, Pug, that tech pro dude, Intelligentsia everywhere.
And this was the part where shit starts breaking apart. Because Jen starts addressing us as she usually does when she's breaking the fourth wall. Like, are you guys seriously into this? This is shit. And then, and then suddenly Bruce shows up as the Hulk. He's like, I'm a
jumps in out of nowhere. Yep.
Yeah. And the head honcho Hulk King takes the blood, injects himself, and he starts turning into a really shit-looking Hulk knockoff.
Yep.
And he's the whole while, Jen is just like, what the fuck is happening? This is terrible. Who wrote this?
And I want you to note that Blonsky, when the guy turned into a Hulk and he was going to attack her, and his like Intelligentsia bros, Blonsky did pick her up. Abomination picked her up to protect her.
Yes,
like,
I did. Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, because he does what he said. Because I thought they're going to be like he's actually trying to screw her over. And he's lying about the whole thing, but I think he was genuine about what he was doing, and he does regard her well, and he was trying to protect her, because then the Hulk tried to have a fight with him.
Client then.
Hey?
He got a shit client, the Hulk King, who invited him to speak at this.
Yeah. No, well, he doesn't give a shit. He gets paid, doesn't he? I don't think you don't.
You need to have a code of ethics.
You should.
You need to have a code of ethics, especially when you've got a fucking parole tag on you.
Yes, but he was just getting. He should have done his due diligence, but he didn't give a shit. That's his fault.
He didn't give a shit. He turned into the Abomination.
Also, he was turning into the Abomination. He must have been doing this regularly as well, turning into the Abomination to give his speeches.
Also, he was renting his land for them to do their meetup.
Yeah, he's getting money from them for that.
Yeah. So
guy's gotta make bank.
Guy's gotta make money, but this is not as white and black as just making money.
No. This is not like he's clearly against the terms of his
he's
exactly
he broke the rules.
He's fucked himself over, but
he's done bad.
I still like him. I still think he's a cool guy. He's a good person.
He has ashamed all of us. He's brought shame to himself, and he's ashamed Jen as well.
Jen was ashamed, but I was like, look, it could have been worse. He could have been actually trying to screw you over and lying that he cared.
At least he wasn't. Yeah, at least it wasn't so bad that he was like, I was evil all along.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do that, and I didn't. I was like, I don't want him to do that.
I'm glad they didn't,
because I really appreciated the episode of the retreat where they were all chilling, and I felt that was like, I really liked that, right? So they didn't do that. Made me happy.
This had the potential to ruin that, and it didn't. And
I did like that. I was like, they kept him good in that sense. But then
there's a bit more to talk about.
Jen goes, "Fuck this."
Not literally, but she is basically saying this show's gotten shit.
Yeah,
and then
forget this. So that the Disney Plus screen loads up as if you're back at the main menu, right? And I'm like, oh, and for a second I was like,
this is the part where Piracy Bros would be like, what the fuck's happening? But no, we were watching this on the Disney Plus app.
I was watching it, I went, fuck, did it end it there? Was this the fucking the thing where it's like, yeah, that's the end of the video, and it just cut? Yeah, I was like, no, they wouldn't have just fucking ended it, and that was the end of the show, and it's like a fuck you to everyone. And then
although that would have been brave.
Oh, that would have been fucking awesome. I would have just been went, do you know what? This show was stupid and kind of shit, but I fucking loved this.
If they were like, fuck this, and then it actually just finished it there, you'd be like,
yeah, this would have been my second Neo Yokio. And if you don't know what that is, Neo Yokio is fucking so super stupid, but God,
That
I
is
loved it.
fucking terrible. Do you know what?
Fucking loved it.
Neo Yokio is special because
Oh,
it's fucking
it's
awful.
beautiful. But anyway,
Yeah, back
this
to She-Hulk.
so she
No, sorry, back to the main menu of the
the
Disney Plus
Disney
app.
Plus app. So she kicks out of the
The
She-Hulk
logo, yeah.
logo, and then she jumps into the making of Marvel making or something. It's like a behind the scenes series that must exist on Disney Plus, and she basically appears in the real world in the Marvel Studios, and this is where I'm like, come on, writers, did you fucking write yourself into the story? She goes and finds where the writers are, who are trying to write her last episode or talking about the second season, and she confronts them, and she's just like, what the fuck is this? And they're just like, what? And I can't
They were
remember.
coming up with ideas, and she says, "Come on, this is stupid. This is a really bad writing decision you've made here. You could have done anything. Why are you doing the typical superhero ending?" Which
And
is, oh look, he's got a serum. He injects himself, and he turns into a super bad guy. This is exactly what Cosmonaut Variety Hour.
mhm.
He's a fantastic YouTuber. He's called this the evil robot Jeff Bridges problem, or ERJB is what he calls it. And
Okay.
yes, because it comes directly from Iron Man 1, where Jeff Bridges turns into an evil robot at the end, or gets into an evil
He
robot.
gets into an evil robot, yes.
Yes, and so basically, for some reason, the Marvel movies have written themselves into a corner where they have to have a bombastic final
Well,
act.
Abomination was the same.
Mm,
Abomination
he
is
was.
literally the same, isn't it?
He was the ERJB of
Yeah.
the Incredible Hulk. And so on and so forth. But Shang-Chi was especially guilty of this, although I did enjoy some of the fight. It got a little bit. It really lost the charm at that point, but it was very good still overall. But anyway, she's like, fuck this. I'm going to talk to the boss. And the writers are like, no
Oh,
one talks to Kevin.
Now, Kevin Feige is supposed to be the boss at Marvel, right?
He is the boss at
Yeah,
Marvel. And he's also,
currently.
he is the guy who's come up with a lot of the writing decisions,
Yes.
including the ERJB.
Yes. And so she's like, all right, where is...
Also, famous for wearing baseball caps in real life. This will become relevant.
Oh, okay. So she's like, where is he? And they're like, I would rather die.
And
Or
give
no,
up his
I'd
location.
kill you or something before letting you see Kevin. And I'm like, fucking hell, mate. Okay.
And she's
That's
like, "Fuck this!" And she goes to like the reception to speak to find where Kevin is. The
and they get her
receptionist.
to scroll
No, the
through us,
receptionist. The receptionist gives her an NDA.
and she has to sign it, but he still sets off the alarm. And she's
Yeah.
like, if you're gonna do that, why do I have to sign an NDA? And he's like, everyone has to. And I was like,
Well.
nah, that's not that funny. I know what they're trying to do, and I was like, whatever. But then she beats up all the guards, which is hilarious.
Oh my god, these were the weakest looking guards I've seen in a long time. They didn't even try to fight. I understand they're fighting a She-Hulk and like they're supposed to be trained for real life and she's a superhero, but this was really pathetic.
But they were real
They were
guards, like
they were
normal
tossed aside
guards,
like paper. Yeah.
because she's the She-Hulk.
Yeah. They weren't
But
trained for this.
it was funny because it was like, this feels more realistic in a sense because they're really shit, because they would be.
They would be. I mean, they're not trained for this. Nothing in their
No one's trained for that.
nothing in their like training covered them for this.
So she gets past them quite easily, and she enters.
And she does an MGS2 on one of the guards to open the door.
Oh no! Do you know? I was thinking that wasn't MGS2, but I've seen that in other stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I was thinking Demolition Man, but Demolition Man was worse.
No, Demolition Man wasn't.
He takes the eye out with a pen, and which
Yeah.
is, when you think about it, how did he take it out in the first place? Right.
I mean,
behind
that guy must have had his eye rolled back or something.
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a great scene.
But yeah, the MGS2, because specifically when you, as Raiden, have to break into a place, you get the guard by the head and push him into the biometric
Which you
scanner.
couldn't do. You're like, why is this guy not going next to this
I was
thing?
having problems with that in my playthrough,
Yes.
yes. But she managed to just do it straight away. She knew the controls. She got in.
One way to put it, but yes, she gets in and she sees a big screen of.
She goes to an area which looks like a cinema hall with
has
loads
all these
of screens. Yeah,
it's like a big curved screen with like multiple screens in it, and it looks. It was kind of cool.
Oh, my immediate, and it's showing a bunch of Marvel movies. Like I recognized Thor Ragnarok, and I think it was Iron Man and a bunch of other movies there. And I was like, man, I would love to have this set up. Anyway, she walks into it and like, where's Kevin? And then a robot shows up. I'm Kevin, as in Kevin, and I've forgotten what it stands for.
Doesn't matter. They made it work. And
Yeah,
Kevin is an artificial intelligence who has been making the Marvel Cinematic Universe storyline decisions,
as
apparently from the
according
beginning.
to, but as according to the best algorithm as he's determined,
And it
and that made me laugh. I was like,
that
okay, yeah.
it's like, oh man, some people do joke. It was like it does feel like an AI's made some of these things recently. Um,
And they are actively taking the piss. They're like, yeah, we have an AI. It's
we're
Kevin.
taking the piss, but our show is kind of shit. And we're taking the piss out of ourselves for being shit. So that's the bit. That's the meta bit where I'm like, oh, I'm just watching you taking the piss out of yourself. Fair
Yeah.
enough. No, but actually, not taking a piss of just Disney because they take the piss out of Marvel because they do take a
Okay.
piss out of others, but they're taking the piss out of themselves, and I'm like,
All
oh
right.
well,
Yeah.
fair
I just
enough.
want to just a very minor design decision, which was they decided to integrate Kevin Feige's famous cap into this robot design.
Did they?
Uh,
I didn't even think about that.
have a look. Have you see the picture of Kevin Feige, which I've just sent
I've
you,
I've
and
seen
then
I've seen him because
yeah,
I was watching something and I've seen him with the
and then
hat
look
on.
at the Kevin AI robot, whatever, and you'll see that it's got a little visor.
Oh my god, I'm too used to looking at traffic lights and I didn't. I just thought, oh yeah, visor for a traffic light, and which doesn't
Oh
make sense
yeah,
because it's an AI system. But yes, very good,
it's Kevin. It's Kevin Feige, but it's a robot.
very good.
So She-Hulk has a little one-to-one with him saying, look, this show doesn't need to have a bombastic final act with a dickhead superhero villain monster who's injected serum into himself, which is way too reminiscent of the super soldier serum from Captain America. Um, and, you know, this story was about Jennifer Walters learning to coexist with the She-Hulk persona and coming to terms with herself. And why couldn't the final episode have been about that? And so the AI Kevin is like,
Okay,
intriguing. Fine, then you write the ending.
and so we get rid of Hulk. He's not there.
Yeah, fuck
Blonde's
that. That's stupid. But then Kevin is like, no, we need to have the Hulk because
Oh,
he will be
Titania
show
was
up.
there as well. By the way, Titania had randomly appeared at there
Oh
at one point
yeah,
there.
I forgot about that
She
because
just
she just
randomly
busted a
appears.
yeah, she just broke a wall down. Is like, I'm here to kick ass and chew gum.
So she's like, yeah, Titania's not there, so she disappears.
Yeah,
Bolonsky, Abomination,
make him pay for
yeah,
doing the breaking the rules.
breaking the rules. So he's like, all right,
Hulk King, he doesn't need powers.
he doesn't have the powers anymore, and then it
Because
just
that would have been stupid. Like you were saying, they said earlier that it was only because they're in the bloodline of the banners, basically, I suppose.
yeah, and they would have tested it, and it wouldn't have worked.
Mm,
Actually, I think it would kill people without the thing.
yes.
But anyway,
Or it worked like it did on Blonsky, where it turned him into a monster. It didn't work properly.
like a fish monster for some weird
And
reason.
those were fucking scientists. This was a dude bro on the internet, right? Who just took a blood sample and
But
injected it into himself.
no, but he's also really rich, so like he would have been able to hire. He had
I don't
hired
care how
scientists.
rich he is, right? He can't hire the kind of scientists that were in the military doing experiments for the government.
You can hire science. Whatever, right? It was stupid. It's stupid anyway. I'm not going to
It's
justify
stupid, and they knew it's stupid, and they're
it.
like, "Fuck this."
But they introduced it. And you know how I said that I've heard there were reshoots. I'm
Yeah,
wondering if they fucking changed the ending. But anyway, that happens.
this ending was way better than
Do
what
you
they
know,
could have
like
done anyway.
this
Yeah,
ending is stupid, but and it is
it's
for me,
no,
right?
listen,
But
it's the kind of
fucking
stupid which has a fucking grin on your face. You're like, I
I
love this.
I fucking loved it, right? Probably not for the reasons that the writers wanted me to, because oh look, it's meta and it's like this, and I'm like, no, this is just fucking stupid. I love this. This is Neo
Yeah.
Yokio not realizing that.
Okay, so this has been done before in Deadpool 2, I believe, which I've not watched. I need to watch
Have
that
you not
movie.
seen that? Holy shit.
No, but
Deadpool.
in Deadpool,
Deadpool. This is. I think they're trying to be like Deadpool here
it's the
with this
same thing.
series, but
No,
it's not.
it's the same superpower, medium awareness. They know they're a comic book character or a movie character or a TV show character.
But that's not the
The
main.
Deadpool does, She-Hulk does.
Yeah, the fourth wall break is something Deadpool does. It's not, but it's not the main. It's not Deadpool. It's not all Deadpool. That's one of the things he does. But like,
It's the same power as
it's
what
the
I'm
same.
saying. That's what
yeah,
it's called.
he's trying to do the. They were trying to do that here and with the comedy, but Deadpool does it. It does it better. But Deadpool never did something this bad that was so bad it was good.
Hang on a second. But Deadpool. No, what are you talking about? Deadpool went and killed the author of Green Lantern 2 or Green Lantern 1 or whatever it was, and shot him, and then said, "You're welcome," and went away.
Yeah, but that was intentionally. That was a different type. That wasn't. This was just a clusterfuck, right? And I'm like, this is I'm watching. I'm eating the popcorn, watching this train crash where it's trying to be. I don't know what it's trying to be, but I'm like,
it's like watching two editors having a fight where they're like, look, no, it needs to be this. No.
Whereas Deadpool, I was in with it, and I was like, yes, because I remember, like I
need to watch Deadpool.
Oh, anyway,
we did get a couple of changes. One of them was that Jennifer. First of all, she had to transform back from She-Hulk to Jennifer, but off camera
there was a joke about because it's like the
VFX team are working on something else, and then the Black Panther theme played in the background.
Did it?
So
by the way,
yeah,
it's interesting they said that. They actually had a falling out with the VFX team. I've heard that, or not falling out, but I've heard they've been overworked. I'm hoping this was filmed before that, because this would have been quite kind of maybe offensive to them, right? Saying it like this, like, oh, we didn't have enough time with them, they had to move on to something else. It's kind of like, but anyway, I did kind of enjoy that. I was just like,
it might still be offensive to them, to be fair. I mean, I know that.
I'm hoping that they at least
very, very
did
hard.
it after, like they did it before, and not after knowing that situation, because that would be like ignoring that fact.
So those guys, I think, just going by the timeline of shows and stuff, I think it would be alongside. Because this would be right in the middle of them working them to fucking death, because they're doing all these TV shows and movies at the same time. So it's probably running alongside. Perhaps, if I'm being charitable, perhaps it would be before any sort of arguments / pleas, appeals and basic.
The news coming out about it.
And news coming about, and then people appealing to their basic, human nature, saying just be easy on these guys, pay them better, let them work more healthier, things like that. But it is an AI, and the AI is saying, fuck you, we need the VFX to work on Black Panther 2. He doesn't explicitly say it, but the music tells us that he's talking about Black Panther 2. And then Jen is like, oh, I got a couple of edits, just bring Daredevil back, a woman's got her needs. And I'm like, I can totally understand that. So yeah, Daredevil just shows up for no reason, and she's like,
just literally appears from the sky, and lands, and he's there.
Yeah, it's like spawning in The Sims or something.
I know, and I was just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, Daredevil's there. She basically said to God, give me a boyfriend, and so he did.
Or no, bring me back the guy that was like, that could be my boyfriend, and he's like, okay, here you go.
Yeah. And the other thing was, when are we getting the X-Men? Which leads to that great thumbs up that you've got in the background right now.
Yeah, and he was like, no.
It's like, nah, you're not getting that out of me, because even I don't know yet. Fucking whatever.
And she's like, what? I was like, lol. I mean, yeah, this was just so stupid. I loved it. But
we've on the X-Men topic, I do just want to briefly bring up, we have had fucking Professor X in Multiverse of Madness. We've had in Miss Marvel a drop of the theme song when main man Bruno, fucking I love that guy, says to was it Kamala? He says to her, well, the thing is, it seems like you've got a mutation, and then it did like the X-Men theme, like, and yeah, not even joking.
To be fair though, Deadpool literally had the X-Men.
No. Here we go. Yeah, because he's from that fucking universe, and also
but he keeps wanting them in his show.
Out of the universe. I don't know if you're aware of this, because you haven't really said what I thought you were going to say when you said Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman made an announcement saying that, in Deadpool 3, Wolverine's going to be in it, and then they went into a thing like, yeah, we did this and that. So they basically kind of spoiled the surprise that Kevin Feige's been trying to hide, but which is that, yes, the X-Men are in, just very, very slowly drip feeding them in there.
So yes, but going forward with the story, so Abomination signs a thing saying that he did break his parole
He
rules.
fucked up.
She's like, "You're
Yeah.
gonna go to jail for 10 years." He's like, "Yeah, it's okay, I accept." I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay, uh, bad lawyer, but all right. He signs himself back into jail for 10 years. Um, Daredevil was just standing there looking hot in his suit, and
But when you
Titania's
say
there.
hot, you mean like sweaty.
Both. Titania is there taking pictures as Jen approaches the intelligentsia Hulk King, leader of
Who's
intelligent,
like, who's just sort of like meekly retreating into himself.
and she's like, she's in her She-Hulk form, and she walks up to him, and he's like, "Just hit me, just I'll take it, whatever." And then she turned into her normal form. She's like, "I'm going to sue you. Get fucked." And he's like, "Well, I wanted to be hit." He really wanted to be hit. Actually, he would have enjoyed that.
He actually
Um,
would have enjoyed that.
Yes, I'm not joking. He would have. His character would have. Anyway, and then we flip, I believe, to Jen being at her parents with Daredevil, and
This was a fucking Fast and Furious movie
yeah,
ending.
well,
That's
do
what
you
it
know, it
was.
felt like the end of a romance movie, right? Where she gets the guy, and they're chilling at her parents, and she's like,
I don't know about that.
I
To me,
felt
it
like
felt like
because
a
they're sitting there
no.
going, "Oh, so do you have a job? I heard you're a lawyer, and do you get paid well?" The dad, and he's just like, "Hey, it's expensive for having kids out in New York or wherever he's from, right?" And I'm just like, "That's a proper dad." He's
I
sitting there
didn't.
hoping.
Well, to be fair, yeah, but I didn't pay attention to a
Oh,
single word of that
mate,
because I was just seeing Matt Murdock sitting there with his sunglasses, and I'm like fangirling to myself, being like,
mate,
"Oh my god, it's Matt
mate.
Murdock!
The dad was
Thank,
just
he's so
like,
handsome, he's so cool, he's back."
the dad was like, "Yeah, like you're gonna have kids, right? You're gonna keep this one, right? He's a good one." And then her aunt or her uncle's wife, I don't know, one of those people, right, was
Family, like just
what the
extended family.
the two of them that were right just like shitty with her. The woman of the couple, I don't know if that's her aunt or her
You
uncle's
don't know
wife.
she's blood related, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Anyway, she was like simping hard for Matt Murdock, right? And she's
Who
like,
wouldn't,
"Oh,
man?
how long are you staying for? What are you doing?" And then her husband had to like literally take her away.
Drag her
Um,
away.
yeah, which was hilarious. And so they're all sitting there having this family ass meal, and I like,
Oh my
I
god.
thought
I
it
was
was,
expecting Vin Diesel to walk in and say, "Family,
I
am I
thought it
right?"
was fucking stupid. For,
What?
for this episode of the season where we are, I liked the actual scene in isolation. Though I was like, I'm liking this vibe, I'm liking the scene, but I'm like, this is where we're ending it. And then Hulk just appears out of nowhere and just like,
I don't know. Well, first of all, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. It's a fucking Fast and Furious ending. It's an ending. Like, it's
it's
how
just like
all
we're gonna
those
sit
movies
with.
end. They just have a fucking barbecue and they're like, family, ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
And
this
then
is not the
everyone
fast,
shows up in their cars or
which
something.
it's hilarious. But this again, I wasn't. I'm saying it doesn't make sense for me in the She-Hulk series, but I enjoyed the vibes, and it was like
Yeah.
such a jarring twist from the fourth wall, altered
Well, the
dimensional
twist.
weirdness. But
Well, coming to the
and
twist,
also,
the twist on the twist.
oh right, so they're all sitting there chilling, and then Hulk's like, "Hey, I'm back." I'm like, "You motherfucker, where have you
He,
been,
he's
Hulk?"
been in space. He was on Sakaar. He
He's
said
like,
he was
"I
on
was in
Sakaar. Yeah.
Sakaar, and by the way, this is my son." I went, "The fuck," right?
Yeah, like honestly, that was quite a bump shot. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's a son of the Hulk. Like,
And
what?
you fought not to tell us any of this till the
It's
end.
just he's like a fucking
Hulk.
boy on the side, and I thought this is fucking God of War. Like,
So apparently,
I imagine him. I just pictured him just turn around and say, "Boy, come up."
so yeah, but apparently this is a big thing. People who know about the Hulk, there's like a series of comics, or maybe I think it's a series of comics called Planet Hulk, where he's on a planet and it explains the whole story. And it's a
Yeah.
really good. Apparently, I've heard it's a really good storyline. So I don't know if that's going to be a movie or whatever.
So
And
I've heard about this as well, and what people have said is because Planet Hulk was adapted into, part of
uh,
the story of Thor Ragnarok.
yeah,
They are saying that this is potentially what leads into what's called World War Hulk, which is a fucking great name for a story. But that's apparently the sequel to Planet Hulk. I don't know anything about comics, so I can't say. All I know is what people are saying, and that's what people are saying.
But yes, and I believe on that note, everyone chills. Family.
Yeah, Jen looks at the camera, is like, when did this happen? And we're like, well, off camera. Maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be in a movie. I don't know. But yeah, and everyone laughs it up, yucks it up, and has barbecue.
Yeah, and it ends there. And I was just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, so
I'm
then roll
smiling.
credits. So then roll credits, and then any seasoned Marvel veteran will tell you, watch the credits because there's something coming. And we did have a post-credit scene. I don't know. Did you stick around for it?
Yes, we are back in the prison with Abomination.
Emil Blonsky, he's
Emil
not
Blonsky.
transformed. Yes.
He's sitting there chilling in his human form, and Wong just opens up a portal and is like, all right. And Emil's like,
Come with me, yeah.
He's like, I was wondering when you were going to pop up. And he's like, what's the score? What do we have to share? Do you have Wi-Fi? And he's like, Wong's like, yeah, or something.
All right, cool.
And so Emil Blonsky gets like let out of jail to chill with Wong. I'm like, all right. I mean that.
I'm like, if you got if your bro is Wong, nowhere is keeping you.
I was like, look, I've got a smile on my face because this is fucking mental, and I didn't need this. I'm not even paying attention to this. I'm sitting there like in this afterglow. What the fuck did I watch? Oh God, so I wasn't even like thinking. I didn't really. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That doesn't trump what's just happened in the last like 20 minutes.
Honestly, what could?
I'm like, do you know what? This was something, man. I'm glad. Some people apparently the plot for this episode had came out, had leaked, right? The written script.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah. Because I was watching some people. After I watched this, I wanted to watch some of the people I follow, what they were saying about it.
I have
right?
not. I've not done any of that. I don't really.
You don't need.
There's only one person who I'd give a shit about when it comes to these sort of commentaries.
Cosmonaut Variety Hour.
Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and he has not made his video yet. But the other guys who I actually do like, Mr. Sunday Movies, they haven't done anything on this yet. They've been talking about the Hulk series in general, and I believe they'll just talk about She-Hulk in like one video maybe.
I've been following them, and it's because this has been great. The reason why I started watching She-Hulk and the Rings of Power, right,
is to get involved in
the conversation, because people have started talking about, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, do you know what? I want to watch this. And also,
you want some of this?
I want to
Welcome to the Zeitgeist side, man. Glad to have you, honestly.
Yeah, first time in my life, really. But also She-Hulk, I was like, I kind of liked it. I watched some of the cartoons, the 90s cartoons.
I'm not familiar with her at all. This is the first time I've ever, apart from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, this is the first time I've ever seen She-Hulk in anything.
Yeah, it's a very different character, but I couldn't remember the 90s cartoon that much. I just like, whatever. I enjoyed this. It was mental. And so watching that, they were talking about how this came out, and it was like they were reading it. This was like the day before it was coming, the actual episode was released here. And I was like, holy shit, it was a detailed script that said everything about what was going on.
That's what a script is supposed to do.
Well, so it was a leak. It must have been a leak of the final script, because usually leaks are like, oh, this is going to happen. It's not like a script, right? It's like people saying what's going to happen. But this was like someone had just got the fucking script and leaked it full. And I was like, holy shit, I'm so glad I didn't read any of this or watch this, because I was like, it would have fucking ruined the surprise. The only thing that hinted at me that something was going to be weird was you were like, that last episode. That's like, sharp. You messaged right in one of the WhatsApp groups going, oh man, I just watched the last episode and that episode, and I was just saying to myself, shh, Kuxel, shh, don't fucking say anything. I need to watch this, and I straight away had to.
I am heavy anti-spoilers on these things. I
know, but just even saying that though, I was like, no, you've kind of like. Oh no, I wanted to go into this totally blind, but what? It didn't ruin it, right? Definitely not. But I say I'm expecting something now. I hope I don't have too high expectations of something weird happening. I didn't. But yes, we've gone over the episodes and the shock and joy of the final episode. What are your overall
now all
thoughts?
That's left is the overall summary. Overall, I liked this show. I would like to watch more of the She-Hulk in a series. and I actually do mean a series. I don't think the aspects of the show which I like would translate well to a movie. This is the kind of show where I could see seasons of it. I've said this before, but I could see 3, 4 seasons, maybe 9 episodes each, and I would enjoy them. I would watch them all because this is episodic. It doesn't have to have a bombastic action set piece at the end. They've already said that. It can just be a character story. It can be funny, it can be charming, it can be tragic sometimes. Ultimately, I would like to watch more She-Hulk. In this series alone, I think my best episode would probably be the one where the Drip Broker is introduced, or the one with Daredevil. Those two episodes are the ones which I like the most.
So for me,
Oh, the wedding one.
so for me, if another season of this came out, I'd definitely watch it. I liked this not because I thought it was a good show, but because the experience I had watching it, I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed the discourse around it. There are some things I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? But I need like all of those pieces came together to make something really interesting and fascinating to watch and be a part of. And then listen to other people's like I'd look forward to like going on YouTube afterwards and seeing what other people's views were on it and stuff like that.
I think at the end of the day, what we're trying to say that it's just a lot of fun to be on Kevin's World Ride.
Yes. This was great. It was a bit of a car crash, but in a good way. Like, and the ending,
the kind of car crash where by the end of it, everyone just walks up and like, "What the fuck just happened?" There's not a scratch on anyone. They're like, "Okay, well, let's take the bus then."
it's like, and then yeah, it's because I watched The Rings of Power, and The Rings of Power, I did not have as anywhere near as much fun. It was good to watch and hear other people's views and stuff like that. And I know the Lord of the Rings. I've read the books and watched the movies. And not read the Silmarillion, but I've read the Lord of the Rings books and stuff. And that was different, and that was kind of a lot more boring. This was fun. This was fun.
Here's the thing. Yeah, first, fun bad. Here's the thing, right? When people enjoy making something or enjoy doing something, even if it's not great, you still enjoy experiencing it with them.
If they're having fun, and you could, yeah, they were having, you can tell that they were having fun with this.
Yeah.
Because I do, yeah. So
there's a real infectious energy and enthusiasm behind the show, which is just so uplifting.
I just loved I don't know. I just enjoyed the whole experience, and I think a lot of that is to do with other people talking about it. I wouldn't have watched this at all, right? If other people weren't talking about it beforehand and saying that this is going to be shit. The way they ended it was like whatever they were trying to do. It was like Neo Yokio to me, where there was an intention there, but that's not why I'm enjoying this. But
I don't even remember Neo Yokio. That's the problem.
Oh, I just remember the feeling I got, and I was just like super cringing hard, but loving it. It was such a weird thing. This kind of gives me the same type of vibes. And I went into Neo Yokio blind. I just heard people going, "Oh, this is going to be bad," and I'm like, "Right, I'm not gonna look into this at all. I'm just going to watch this." And I watched this on my own, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Especially being an anime fan and it trying to like it's heavily influenced by anime. I'm like, huh. So this kind of gave me. This was a similar experience, but on top of that, I'm chatting to you about it. And I was watching other people talking about it, so it felt like a more of a community thing, even if a lot of people were like, "Oh man, this is shit." It was fun. It was fun listening to them. It's fun seeing all of this and experiencing it, and it's fun chatting about it. So, overall, I give it a Ash Manic's star. Whatever the fuck that means.
I didn't know we had ratings.
There's no ratings. I've just made that up. It's the
Ash Manic's gold star on it.
The cringe star. I call it the cringe star.
The cringe star.
But you have to have watched it as it was coming out with the discourse for me to get that
that's
experience.
true of a lot of these Marvel movies. Like you have to have watched it when it came out. That's why I've dropped my policy of not watching things when they first come out. Normally, I would just wait for things to come out on Blu-ray or something and then get it and watch that. But nowadays, I go to the cinema to watch it because I'm like, I'm gonna get spoiled the fuck out of these movies if I don't watch it.
Yeah, and with the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, I was like, I need to watch this as it's coming out.
And on the topic of the Lord of the Rings, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan exactly. I have enjoyed those movies. I've not watched The Hobbit or anything like that, but this series I've heard people say is really bad.
It
And I
is.
think one of the guys on YouTube I like, Carl Smallwood, has said you should watch more bad things because a lot of people say something is bad just because they don't like it, but it is technically still a good thing or whatever. And I think She-Hulk probably falls into this category. It's good. Like, it's it's good. If you watch something that is truly bad, you will understand why it's bad, and then you'll be able to better appreciate things which are in between and see what is influencing these decisions of yours. Like, is it just like maybe a cultural expectation you have, or is it maybe that you just don't like a particular style, but something is still technically good and something else is technically bad, but it's just bad, and you're able to better identify and understand why it's bad. So I think that's probably what's going on with the what's it called, Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, yeah. I mean, it's a professional thing, and it looks, in my opinion, beautiful, right?
Oh,
Um, I look, the CGI could be better at points. I'm not that picky, right? But it looks, the settings and all that look, Lord of the Rings esque, right? The setting, the outfits, they clearly put money and effort into the $700 million has gone on to it, right? That you can see some of that. The story, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And it doesn't feel Lord of the Ringsy, and the characters, the main character Galadriel, is not someone. She's the main protagonist as a story for this series, and I don't like her as a character. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things there, and not too much really happens, and it's fucking long, man. It's an hour, sometimes an hour and 20 minutes each episode. Fuck, right? It
sounds like a trek.
It is a track, and I think that doesn't help it. Whereas with She-Hulk, it's like 23 minutes, 25 minutes, right? Short,
Mm.
sharp slap to the face, right? Whether you, if you didn't like it, if you did like it, it's a little injection of fun,
If
and
you didn't like it, you haven't lost too much time.
no, and it's like it's not hard to keep up with it. But
Mm.
the Rings of Power, fuck,
You have to make time for that. You have
and
to
I
like
had eight
actually
episodes.
schedule it in your diary.
Yeah, I had 8 episodes, right, and they're each at least an hour long. So yeah, and it just yeah, that's a different thing. But it was interesting watching that. That was not fun to watch compared to. There are some things I did like, but it was not fun to watch like She-Hulk. She-Hulk was a raid, man. I enjoyed this. So yes, series 2, if it comes out, I'm definitely watching it because there's going to continue to be discourse, chat about it when it comes out, and I want to be part of that, or just watch people talk about it, and I watch it and then see how our opinions compare. And if I'm sure, as you've said, Kuxel, that you'll watch it too if there's a second season.
Yes.
But there you have it. The opinions of two random dudes from the UK talking about the She-Hulk series. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you hate She-Hulk, the TV attorney at law? Do you love it?
Is it full of woke nonsense?
Or do you think this is the way Marvel should be for everything? Leave a comment below. I do. I mean, I read all the comments, so I look
You
forward
leave
to
a
that.
comment on your own videos?
I reply to people. I don't leave comments on. I don't. I don't think I've ever left. No, I have. I've pinned it if it's something that I need to like. It feels
Yeah.
informative, but I don't just. Yeah. Anyway, do leave a comment. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you dislike it. But if you dislike it, do tell us why. Tell me why anyway. But for now, I think we'll leave it there. This was fun. We're now hitting an hour and 48 minutes in. I was trying to keep this to an hour, so yay. But I'm Ash Mannix,
I'm Kuxel.
and we will see you next time. Bye bye.
Later, everyone.